So right now, the entire Republican and conservative and right-wing online apparatus is smearing AOC, and they've been doing so for basically the last 24 hours plus, suggesting that she lied about her story from the Capitol, that the Instagram live video that she posted that we covered on the channel was all a lie, and that she wasn't even in the Capitol building, and that she's doing all of this to score sympathy points and to justify her attacks on Republicans. And that is BS. And I'm not even going to do this giant debunk because their claims don't merit it. What I will say, though, is it's based on a very, very cynical and an erroneous understanding of what the Capitol is. And it's not simply one building with the dome on top of it. It's a complex that's very interconnected. And so you might not have had to be in the specific building to face a specific threat. And AOC was one of those people. And so simply making that argument that she wasn't in one particular place in the Capitol at one particular time is not enough. It's not enough to say she's lying. There's been no proof. And no journalists have come out, no respectable journalists have come out to say there are significant questions about AOC's story and we're trying to corroborate it. It is legitimate. All this is being done, all these hashtags, hashtag AOC lied and whatever, hashtag Alexandria Ocasio-Smollett, all of these are being done to discredit her because the truth is absolutely devastating to Republicans, conservatives, Trumpers, whatever you want to call them. Absolutely devastating. 100%. And that's why they're doing this. And you can see this is becoming an openly partisan call right now, and it's sort of morphed into that just in the last 24 hours. There was another representative, a rookie representative, she's a new Republican, Nancy Mace, just in the same hallway as AOC. And she's trying to suggest now that AOC is lying, and she knows she's lying because her desk, her office is just a couple doors down from AOC's. But here's what she tweeted on the day of. I have it up on the screen here. She said, I just evacuated my office in the Cannon, right? Like where AOC is. And she's basically saying, look, like this is not who we are as a country. This is bad. This is awful. People should be peaceful. And she's condemning what was happening. And rightfully so. Like good for her, because a lot of Republicans cheered it on or stayed silent because they knew that this is the Republican base in the Capitol building. But it gets worse than that, because according to this is reporting on her, she said that day, Mace said she barricaded herself in her DC office, fearing that Trump supporters she had seen staying at her hotel might target her after she voted to certify the electoral votes. She decided to sleep in her office that night, and her children kept texting her to ask if the protesters were gone. This lady knew it was serious. She is now one of the people trying to suggest that AOC was lying, like Candace Owens and Jack Posobiec and all the rest. She's like, oh, the squad leader is lying to the people, and we need to call her out because she's trying to score sympathy points to hurt the Republic and to demonize conservatives. When the chips were down, this lady was just as scared as AOC. And I am not criticizing Nancy Mace for that. She was, if anything, completely rational in what she did. 100% I get what she did, and if I was advising her, I might have advised her to do it. Because I would not trust Trump supporters if I were Nancy Mace. I wouldn't. But now, because this has become a partisan issue, and now because AOC lying somehow helps all conservatives to disassociate themselves from January 6th, now she's going to come out and retroactively say it was no big deal. I'm in the same block as AOC and don't remember anything all that bad happening. It's BS. One thing I'll say, though, and this is encouraging, is the hashtag AOC lied is #1 on Twitter right now. For the second day in a row, an anti-AOC BS hashtag is #1 on Twitter. But I will say this. If you go there, Most of the tweets are of cute kitties and cute puppies and other cute pets. And I think that's great to see. People have taken over the hashtag because the fact of the matter is, most people, most reasonable people know that AOC spoke the absolute truth about what happened that day in general and about her fears in particular. Don't let anybody try to use these disinformation tactics to discredit her and discredit people that likely feared that the democracy was crumbling. Don't let them do it.